good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this exciting day. Today is Friday. It's an amazing journey that took us here. I'm going to be your partner today, teaching you what is Tommy, how to register on the platform, how to activate your code to get access to the premium tools, how to schedule a class. We're going to learn everything we need to know today. So, thank you so much for being here. I'll be your host. My name is Paola, and I'm very happy to be here today. So let's start with this. Let me share my screen with you so we can get this started. I want to share with you what is Tommy. So Tommy is a platform that you can use to create interactive, gamified, amazing classes for your students, and they are fun to make for you and fun to make the classes. They learn a lot. They can retain much more information with these kind of tools. So you'll see how amazing is making classes with Tommy. Okay, so here we are. Here is the platform. The first thing that we need to do is register. So how do I register on the platform of Tommy? The first thing that you need to do is go to tommy.digital. You will see this page and you click in sign up. So in the platform, there are three kind of profiles: teacher, student, and parent. You're gonna click in teacher because we are teachers. Let's fill out all the information. Let's say I'm younger than I am, and let's click in 91. So there are two ways to get registered on the platform. The first one is with Google, and the second one is filling out all the information that is requesting. So I recommend to you to use the form because if you sign in with Google, it will create a random password. And if you want to go inside Tommy in another device, probably you won't be able to because you don't know your password. So it's better and it's easier to fill out all the information: your name, last name, email address, confirm email address, and create a password. A simple one, a one that you can remember. It doesn't have to contain special characters or something like that. You can use numbers and letters. Since I'm already uh, registered, I'm going to click here in sign in. So you see, to sign in, I just need my email and password. And that's everything you need to register on the platform. You will be ready to start using it, to start benefiting from all the tools that Tommy has for you. I want to share with you a code so you can access to all the tools that the platform has to offer to you. So I need you, or I want to invite you to fill out a form that I will share with you in the chat right now. Let me share. This is the form that I want you to fill out. It contains almost the same information as the registration form. I'm sending it in the chat right now. You can use that link to register and you will receive a code so you can activate your account. So again, you will fill out this information: email, first name, last name, country, state, and city. And send registration is very easy. You will get a confirmation email and you will receive the code. So with that code, what do I do? How to activate my PIN code? So let's back to tommy.digital. You'll see this is the welcoming page. In the top right, you will see my profile icon. So I click here. It shows my name. What profile am I? I'm a teacher. So let's click on profile, and it will send you to all your information of the account. Again, my name, my email, and here you can see pin of subscription. So the pin that you received in the email, you are going to enter it here. Let's say 12345 GF, and click on this box. I'm not a robot. Click on accept, and you will see a green letter here that will say your activation code has been successfully, or something like that, and you are good to go. It's that simple to activate your PIN code. Remember, to receive it, you have to fill out the form I share with you on the chat. So I'm very excited that you will have all the access to the platform. The next thing that I will show you, I want to share with you, is how to duplicate a class. So let's say I saw a class on the platform. I have been seeing so much interesting, amazing, creative classes. And you said, you know what? I want that class in my classroom for my group. So you can duplicate it and make it as your own, edit it, and change things if you want to change them. Let me show you how. So you will see here that you can find a lot of subjects in this part, like art, business, chemistry. You can search whatever you need to search for your classes. I already made some classes. Let's say I want to duplicate this class, the circulatory system, because I have it here for the 5th grade. I need it for the 3rd grade, the 2nd grade. I want to do the same class, modify something. So I click here inside the class, and it will send me inside the class where I can see all the questions, all the activities that we have inside this already created class. So you can see is true or false. We have a lot of true or false, multiple choice questions, uh, complete the sentence, a lot of resources that you are allowed to use in the platform. So I say, yeah, I want this class. I want to duplicate it, made it my own. So I click here and duplicate and edit lesson. That will send us to another page where the class is duplicated and created. Let's see, it's loading, and you can see that is my new class. The thing I recommend to you is change the name right away so you know what are you duplicating. So I say I want it for the 3rd grade. Let's change here. Let's leave the same name, but change the grade. I select the subjects, and I already selected education, other physical educations, and let's say lab sciences. You see here 3 tags maximum, so I can change this and accept, and it's already in the 3 subjects labels, so you can find it easier. So that's it. That's everything to duplicate a class. You go to the class, click on duplicate, and then edit your lesson. So how many times can I duplicate a class? You can duplicate the class as many times as you want. The same class, you can duplicate a lot of classes, as many classes as you want to duplicate. So there are no limits, like you can duplicate 1 or 2. No, you can duplicate as many classes as you want, as many times as you want. So it's very easy, very fun, is very intuitive, so you will not have any issues with that. Once I finish the class, I click in finish editing, and you will see the class is saved as a draft, because maybe you want to edit it again, you want to add resources. So let's say I'm not sure if the class look like I want it to look, so you can do a preview. In the preview, you will see how the class is presented to your students. So if you need to modify something, or if you're happy with your class, you click in publish. Once you do this, the class is publicated, is ready to be presented, and it's ready to other teachers to see it. So, Tommy is about sharing the information. This class is ready to be shared with students and colleagues. So that's everything. That's simple as that. We already duplicated a class, publish it, and let it ready to be presented. So let's continue to the next item of today that I want to share with you. How to create a class, because of course I can duplicate a class. It's already created by another person, but I want to create my own classes. So it's as simple as duplicate a class that already existed. So you see here, we are back again on the welcoming page. You click here, a new lesson. Once you click here, it will request for a name of the class. Let's say solar system. That's the class I want to create, but I want to create it for the first grade. Okay. Solar system first grade is the name of my class. I select the subjects. What subjects do you think these are? Let's see, earth sciences. Let's leave it that way for the moment. Solar system is creating the lesson, and now we are here in the page to create everything we need to for our amazing class. So you can add the resources. What is the resource? Is the kind of activity that you want to have in this class. So you can see we have single and multiple choice questions, open-ended, true or false, to organize the order, matching with text, with image, complete the sentence. We have puzzles. You can add videos, can add documents, images. It's very creative. It allows you to be as creative as you want to be. It can be very fun for your students. Let's say I want to make a true or false question. So it will send me to this. Let's say, is the sun a star? So it's true or a false question. You have to select the correct answer. It will not be shown to your students. It's just for the system to know when they answer correctly. So, teachers, is the sun a star? Let's say it's true. So, save, and you'll see here that our question of true or false is ready. You can edit it. You can add images, like if I want to put an image of the sun here, you can do it. And you can edit the time they have to answer this question. This is a very important part of each class, because you can select from 10 seconds to 240 seconds for them to answer the question. This allows you to like make debates, explain a little bit in the between of they answering the question and already knowing the answer. So it lets you play with that time. So let's say 30 seconds is enough, is a true or false question. I select again the right answer. Okay, true. And that is good to go. Okay, so you can add as many resources as you want in a class. The idea is that you have as much as possible. You don't need to finish the class in one session. You can do a large class in several sessions. So it's a great tool for you to use. It's easy to create a class because you don't have to start thinking on making Canvas, researching things, and trying to get everything ready over the classroom. Is like you have everything ready in your home or in a free space that you have, in the free time that you have, and it's ready to go. It's very intuitive, very easy. Once I finish the class, like I told you, we have to click in finish editing, and again it will be saved as a draft. If you don't click on publish, the class won't be ready to be presented to your students. So I can preview, I can duplicate the lesson before I even start to present it. So let's say I want this class for first A, first B, and first C, because I have 3 first grade groups. So I can duplicate and edit each lesson individually. And once I finish, I click on publish, and my class again is ready to be presented and is ready to be seen for my colleagues all around the world. Is what easy, wasn't it? So the next thing that I need you to know is how to present the class, because, okay, we already know a little bit about how to duplicate it, how to publish it, how to create my own class, but how can I present the class? So I'm going to go here to my lessons because I want to share the class I created with my group. So let's choose this one. I can click inside and go to the play button, or I can do it right away from here. So let's click on play. This will show you the steps to follow to you and your classroom to go inside the class and play the class. The options that you have here as a teacher is students authentication. Is like you request them to go inside their Tommy accounts. They don't need to have one to participate on your classes, so it's not necessary. But if you want them to be registered, you can ask for the authentication. It's not necessary again. You can activate the competition mode. This allows you to do the class like as I said, as a competition. They get points if they answer faster, if they answer correctly. The most faster get more points, and it's very fun. You know, kids are very competitive. They like the challenges. So it's a fun way to do the class. And shuffle answer options. Very much, a lot of teachers like to shuffle the answer options. So let's say we activate it and click on continue. Once I click on continue, they will show me a page and say, open your browser and go to play.tommy.digital. That page is for your students to go inside the class. You don't need to have an app. You can do it in every device. You can do the class in iPads, in tablets, in cell phones, iPhone, Android, computers. So let's go from, I want to show you in my cell phone, play.tommy.digital, for you to see how is shown the class to your students. So once I go to the website, he's requesting me the code that you see here. This is the code that identify your class. So if without the code, they cannot access. So it's 057093. I click on join, and it's going to request for my name, your student name. So my name is Paola. Let's initiate, and you will see once I click on insert my name and initiate it, my name is going to show here. Here is where you can see which students are ready to be shown your class. Why many teachers ask for authentication? Because here I can enter the name that I want. When you are registered on the platform, it will show your real name or your username, so that allows you to know who really is in the class. They cannot change their names, and that's the authentication tool benefit. But in this case, we are not doing it. So once I have all my students ready, I click on Start Lesson. You'll see I have the question in my screen, but my student has the same question again in her device or in their device, and the choices. You see here we have 109 seconds to answer this. I can discuss with my partner, with another student, with the teacher, and let's select any random answer. You see here in your screen is going to show how many students answered correctly and how many students didn't answer correctly. You have the time here to talk with your classroom about this question. You don't have to rush yourself like it's going to change to the next question. No, you do it yourself. So if you want to stop here and talk for 30 minutes about this question, you can do it. There's no rush. And once you're finished, you can go to the next question. So you see the question again on your screen, on that device. You'll see here if they answer correctly, they will have a green screen. You see? And it says right answer or correct answer. Let's try to answer one wrong so I can show you how it appears when I select the wrong one. Okay, it seems like I have a very agile finger. Uh, let's go to the next question. And again, they see the question here. I don't know if you can see it, the question and the answers. So they select the answer, they click on submit, and you see here my answer was wrong. So I get a red screen in my device. If they are in a tablet, in a computer, in an iPhone, they get the red if they're wrong, or the green if they are right. So if I want to make like a little brainstorm or know what my students are thinking in the middle of the class, I can go here in the, did you see the yellow button? Okay, I got out. I'm sorry. Let me go again. You can do brainstorm, polls, and you can use a lot of tools in the middle of the class. Let me enter the class again, 8670503. Did you see that I enter again the same class, but the code is different? This happens because every time you are presented a class, it create a new code. So you won't be able to enter the class after the time that is already being played with the same code. You need a different one. So as I was telling you, I want to do a brainstorm with my students in the middle of this class. So I will write a topic. What topic do we choose from the circulatory system? So how big do you think the heart is? So I want my students to talk about this in the middle of the classroom. So I go and do a brainstorm. You saw the yellow button here is the one that I use to create a brainstorm. So they will have like a board. They can change the color if they want to. They have a board and they can write whatever they think about the topic that I just said. So let's say one student say as big as a potato, and I sent. Once the students send their thoughts about the topic, you can like drag this here, and as they can write as many as the ideas as they want to. If you see like no, it's already done, we talk about it, you can close the board, or if you took the time of the class, you can finish the lesson and then get back in the next session. So let's close the board. I'm sorry, before that, I can stop receiving ideas because I have many ideas, but I want to talk about them but not receive more. I can close the board and they will see like board closed, and you can talk about all the ideas that you got here. You can drag here. If you have similar ideas, you can put one down another. Let me show you, let's say like an orange for you to see, and you can like pile this up, and yeah, this have like the same uh, road, and talk about it. And I don't want to continue with the board, so I close the board and continue with my lesson. Let's do the other question again. I think you all already know the answer. Okay, I see all my students answer this in the wrong way. So I want like a do a poll. What do you think? Do you think this answer is correct? Do you think uh, we need carbon dioxide in our bodies? So I'm sorry, wrong button. So you see here the icon of poll. I can write the question. So do you think we need carbon dioxide in our bodies? This is a question I will send to my students in the middle of the class. And let's say yes, no, and publish. Once I click publish, my students receive this poll in their devices with the same question and the same answers that I have here in the right part of my screen. So if I select a no, answer send, and you will see the answer right here in your screen. You can share this screen with your students or you cannot, so you will have all the information right away. I can make another pool. I can close this one and the data will be saved. So let's continue with the next question. And this can be done in any part of the class. Like you can stop the class in anytime, do these activities, and then continue with the class. If you want your students to participate because they are not talking, they are not like doing it right, you want to go more inside their thoughts, you can do a random selection of them for participate. In this case, it's just me in this class, so it's going to select me. But if you go here to the blue icon, it will have the possibility to select a random student to participate. So you click in start and it will go round and round and then select a student. In this case, as I told you, I'm the only one in the class, so it will select me. But the trick is the students with the lower grades are the ones who get more possibilities to be chosen by the system because you can have the grades on the platform, so the system will allow them to participate more to improve those grades. So let's finish the lesson here, and you will see the top 3 students will get in the podium. So I'm the number one because I was the one that answered the most questions. But in a big group, it's very exciting. I have practiced this with my daughter, and she always requests for more because she doesn't see it like a class. She see it like a game, like a competition, like my name has the possibility to be in the podium. So it's very exciting for your students, especially the little kids. They are get all excited. They like the competition. They like the noise they make when they are see their names on the podium. Is very exciting. So it's very recommended to use this kind of tools. The kind of motivation that it gives to them is very, very big. So that was everything you needed to know to present a class. So let me know, is it easy? It is hard? It is complicated? I think it's not. As I told you before, it's very intuitive. Like the system takes you step by step, and you can explore in your free time. You can create your classes, do it with your families, and you'll see it's not like the typical class, it's not the typical way to teach something. But when you do these classes, the students interiorize so much more information that you say, wow, I cannot believe that playing, they learn what I needed to learn. So it's very easy to make. Fun for you. You can add videos. You can, as I told you before, you can use images in each question. So to make it more like, wow, your students will be amazed and you will be the best teacher they have. So the final thing that I want to share with you today is how to schedule a class, because maybe I don't want them to do it in the classroom. I want them to do in the free time like a homework, but it's not the traditional homework. The I don't want to is the homework that I'm anxious about it. I want to go to my house. I want to go right away and make the class the teacher led for us. So I want to schedule the class. They can download it. They can do it without internet and in their time they want. So let's use the same class we were doing. This one, okay. You can see here something that I told you before. I have this same class duplicated. I have one for the 5th grade and I have one for the 4th grade. What is the difference? The 4th grade one is still in draft because I want to add more resources, or I want to eliminate some that I think that are good for the 1st grade but are not good for the 4th grade. So I'm still working on it and I haven't clicked in published. So since I haven't, it's still saved as a draft, but this, I have all the information that I need. I added all the resources that I wanted, so it was ready to play, to be played, presented, published, shared. So it's ready to be here. So see, let's click on this one. I want to schedule the class for the students to do it like by the end of the next week. So you'll see they will show me like how much time do I want the class to be available for my students, and I can select if they can download the class, if they can see the right answers, because maybe I want to talk with them about the right answers in class. I can show them, because if it's on the weekend or if I want them to do something more, I can show them the right answers. But if I don't want them to know, if I don't want them to share the correct answer, because that happens, they communicate with each other. So they will like going, no, the right answer was this one. And you get the students that did it the first time, but copy the answers to the other students. Let me, okay, here we are. So you already know how to present it. You click in play. If you want to duplicate it, you click on duplicate. If you want to edit, you can edit the lesson. If I will be in the classroom sharing my screen with the students, I can click here on practice. Let me show you before, show you how to schedule the class. I can do the practice button and it will open a new page and will share the class here for all my students. So I have like a TV or something that I can share this screen with my students. So I click on the practice button and you'll see here again, it works as if they were playing in their devices. So let's go to the next question. You see here the same red, the same green, and it's very easy. Or if you want to do the class before you do it in the classroom, this is the way to do it. You can practice again or you can exit. Let's say exit. And now again, how to schedule a lesson. So I click here and schedule lesson. I have up to 1 month to schedule my lesson. So what they are today, we are in the 5th. I want them to have until next Friday to do the class. So I select the date, I select the hour. I don't want it to be before midnight doing the class. So let's say I want them to have up to 8 p.m. to the class. I can check the p.m. for a.m. but let's say August 12th, 8 p.m., I want them to do the class before that deadline. So I can add my classrooms. We will see that in the next session. I can allow them, as I told you before, to download the class. So let's click here. The download option is for them to do it without internet, because we know some students don't have that resource at home. They can use it in school, but they cannot do it at home. So this allows the students that have a device to make the class with no internet. Again, the students authentication, you can or don't have to use this. When you activate this option, you get the maximum number of attempts, how many times you will allow your student to do the class. Before the class is graded, you give points on this class, so you can allow them to try more than one time. The thing is, it will not be like saving all the scores. It just saved the last one. It's not like if you did better in the first one, it will save the score of the first one. No, if you tried 4 5 times, it will save the score of the last attempt that the student has. So you can say, I want to give them 2 shots to try to do this right. Again, the same option as the classroom, a competition mode. Let's activate this, shuffle answer options, and the one that I told you before, show answers. If I don't want them to know what was the right answer, I deactivate this. If I want them to know, I let it activated. And once I have set up all this information for my class, I click on schedule, and it's ready to be played for your students. They have the deadline and they will have all this time to do the class. You can share with them the code, because they will access the same way that we did with the class that we were presenting. They go to play.tommy.digital and use this code. The difference with the scheduled classes or the presented classes is, I told you, when you are presenting a class, the access code changes. But in this case, remain the same for the time that you set up the class. So this code will be the same every day at every hour until the deadline of the class. So you don't have to worry because, oh, if I don't enter today, the code is going to change. No, in these scheduled classes, the code is the same for all the time the class is scheduled for. So I can copy the lesson link if I have a WhatsApp, a Snapchat, a Facebook group with my students. I can copy the lesson, send them to the group, and they can access. If not, I can just give them the website and the code for the class. If I know my students finish the class before the deadline, I can simply finish the lesson. Let's say for August 10, all my students already made the class, so I just can finish the lesson. It's not necessary. It will close automatically in this time, but if you want to finish it, you can. Also, you can change the date of the deadline. Let's say uh, we have an extracurricular activity, and they were like, teacher, maybe give us one more day, give us 2 more days, a week more, so I can change that here. Let's say I will provide 10 more days to August 22, and click on accept, and then the deadline is adjusted for the new date that you provided. So teachers, I think that's everything I wanted to share with you. We have a Telegram group. I would love you for you joining this group, that group. I can answer all the questions that you have there. I would love to see and read what are your thoughts about the platform, about these sessions. What would you like to know? what would you like to be more, what would you like me to be more specific about? And I think that's it for the day. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been like amazing. Have a happy Friday, a happy weekend. Please try to enter to the platform today, use the weekend, and try. Try it for yourself, because I can tell you a lot of things, but until you try, you won't be sure about how amazing Tommy is for your classroom. So, see you next time. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
With Tommy Digital, you can teach interactive classes remotely or in person, and you don't even need internet in the classroom. Innovating in classroom teaching with technology is something that new generations need in order to stay motivated in your classes. Tommy Digital allows you to create classes that promote a healthy form of competition amongst your students, and also allows for fun ways of conducting learning assessments. From now on, access to internet in classrooms will no longer be a barrier. This is how it works. Use the Tommy Digital Classes repository to find activities created by thousands of teachers around the world, or use the editor to prepare your own. You can add images, texts, and organize interactive activities in the form of competitions amongst your students. Tommy uses many types of questions, such as word searches, matching terms, true or false statements, multiple choice, and reordering or completing sentences. Synchronize your favorite classes from the Tommy Digital application on your cell phone and take them to class with you. Connect the Tommy Play device to power or a portable battery, and a new Wi-Fi network will appear. Ask everyone in the classroom to join the network and watch the magic begin. Join us in this learning experience and subscribe for 1 year to our platform, and we will send you a free Tommy Play device to any city in the world.